I feel like another familiar hockey YouTuber you guys might know when I say this, but welcome back. Excuse me. Shout out to Shannon, the hockey guy. We all love him. We all know him. We all love him. So the Montreal Canadiens right back at it here. Select 26th overall, Filip Mesar from Slovakia, who just happens to be good buddies with our first overall pick, Uri Slavkovsky, which was a coincidence, I think, because Kent Hughes, when asked about it in his media availability after the pick, after the first round of the draft here, said that wasn't a factor. Of course, that they were buddies. It just happened to be the case. But this is an interesting player to learn about for me tonight anyway. I didn't know anything about him until tonight. I don't know about you guys, but let's talk quickly about Mesar's attributes, which they did mention, yes, on the Sportsnet broadcast, but stuff that I want to know if we're going to be taking this player, especially in the first round. It's really cool that we got technically 3 players tonight if you count Kirby Doc. But so Mesar's attributes: quick strike, offensive skill. He's a game breaker. I liked hearing that. And he models his game after Mitch Marner, which isn't a bad thing as well. Also, his favorite player is Nathan MacKinnon. So, not bad players to, be your favorite and also try to model your game after. But this was also kind of a cool thing to hear, was that his potential ceiling, if Montreal Canadiens fans aren't familiar with this player, is Thomas Plekanec. Now, it should be noted that Mesar is a right winger. He's not a centerman like Plecky was, but looking at his numbers here and looking at his stature, so 5'10" and about 167 pounds according to Hockey DB, at least right now, anyway. And not bad numbers for what he was able to put up in Slovakia. So in his latest season here in 21-22, 37 games, 8 goals, 8 assists, good for 16 points in those 37 games. A -4 the year before that, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points in 36 games. And his penalty minutes were also lower and then got a little higher in the second anyway. But his plus minus was pretty good overall between the two seasons, a +9 in 2020, 2021, and then a -4. So a right-handed winger. So if the ceiling is Thomas Plekanec for this guy, I mean, not so bad, right? But this was really interesting also just for the Slovaks too, because, the first 2 picks in this draft from Slovakia, David Amber mentioning on the Sportsnet broadcast that the last 10 years, how many picks from Slovakia have gone in the first round? 1. And I think I made that note right. I just want to make sure. It is pretty late here as I'm recording this, but first round picks in the last 10 years from Slovakia, 1, and there was 3 tonight. 2 of them going to the Montreal Canadiens. Pretty cool also to see, just really quickly on Slavkovsky, a personal message from Zdeno Chara, whatever your opinions on him. I have loved and hated him a couple times, I think, throughout his career. But anyway, now, well, let's get to the Shane Wright death stare, because this was real. I didn't even know about this until I watched the broadcast back after being on Habs tonight and doing my own video for the Slavkovsky reaction. My gosh, it's been a busy night. I finally got to take in some of what actually happened tonight. But yeah, Shane Wright taking a good look at the Montreal Canadiens table after the Seattle Kraken take him. I saw one comment on Habs tonight there. I think it was actually on the Hockey Guys channel that Shane Wright was being a bit of a baby. And I mean, I feel for the guy. I genuinely feel for the guy. But that death stare was real. Like, that was a real shot. And I actually have the video clip so I can show you a bit more of it in detail. He actually goes for it first and then realizes he has to finish taking his picture with Gary Bettman. And then he gives them a full stare down to make sure the Habs saw him. Take a look.
Just about everything that is required to get to a Stanley Cup. You need these type of players. And while he might not provide the same type of offense.
If looks could kill, man. If looks could kill. That was legit there from Mr. Shane Wright. And you know what? After everything this guy heard, his full expectation was that the Montreal Canadiens were going to take him. So I totally understand it. You saw the fan pictures with, jerseys made up, all make the right choice. Like the t-shirts people bought in the last couple of days. He got a lot of cheers when he was signing autographs for fans throughout this weekend. This week. So I genuinely do feel for the guy. I just think that this is going to be a blessing for the Seattle Kraken. I mean, if you want to try to start your franchise off on a good note, you want to pick a top end player, and that's what they did. He fell to them at the 4th overall pick. So, the Seattle Kraken and Ron Francis, is it Ron Francis? Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think it is. But, they got to be thrilled with the fact that they were able to get Shane Wright falling into their lap at the 4th overall pick. So I think, I really love the logo of the Kraken. I think you guys feel the same in terms of just, the the commercialism, the appeal of their team. I mean, they're going to be building for a while. They're not going to exactly pull a Vegas here. So the fact that they could get Shane Wright here, good for him. He could be a franchise player, 200-foot player. And I really genuinely wish the best for this kid. After all the videos you guys watched of me and how certain I was the Habs were going to take him, and the Habs shocked the hockey world again by taking Juraj Slafkovsky. But this was such a fun night, you guys. And the fact that we ended this night with a pick that I actually was really interested about, Filip Mesar at 26th overall, really learning about him. And when you mentioned game breaker, I mean, that was Pierre Maguire that said that. He's a game breaker. I was looking back at videos and I'm like, Jack Eichel was someone I thought of as a game breaker before he left Buffalo. And I'm like, okay, that's a big statement. But clearly Kent Hughes is trying to complete this vision of trying to build a highly skilled offensive team, because he's adding another piece right here in Filip Mesar from Slovakia. And it's pretty neat that he'll have a buddy along the ride in Slavkovsky. But that being said, he could actually be a good player. So that's what has to have you more excited, hopefully. And the fact that the Habs just were able to end this round taking another player after acquiring Kirby Dach in the Alex Romanov trade. Probably going to break that down more at some point, but also excited for Kirby Dach. I really think it's a chance to redeem himself. I mean, the guys that came out of the draft in 2019, Hughes and I'm drawing a blank. It's really late at night right now, but I just looked at the draft class for Kirby Dach, and you know what, like, I just think that and Ken Hughes said specifically that they really believe there's a lot of untapped potential with Kirby Dach, and the fact that he's a centerman. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I'm really going to be curious to see how Shane Wright develops, and then keep my eye on Kirby Dach as he develops with the Habs. But he's got some NHL experience. He's NHL ready right now. So anyway, enough of that, guys. Thanks so much for the support over these videos. It's like just crazy. The Slavkovsky reaction video was really successful within the first hour. Like it's probably the highest rated video I've ever had. And I haven't even looked at I haven't even looked at the numbers as they've kept growing throughout the night. So I just want to say thank you so much. And if you're new to this channel and you are enjoying it and you want to see more, you have ideas, whatever it is, I really appreciate it. So thanks so much, guys, for any and all feedback. What a night for the Montreal Canadiens. This is a franchise changing day for this team. I really genuinely believe that. So thanks for watching, guys. You know what buttons to push if you like what you're seeing. So we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.